I need the mics louder, especially his.
You can't hear me? Is that better?
No.
Can you hear me over there, Ace?
I can hear you a little louder. You know, because of the
come
Marshall amplification
We're in competition
company.
over voice volumes. Normally it's at guitar volumes, but... Hey, anyway, we're on the air. Jonesy's Jukebox. KLOS with my guest, Ace Frehley.
Hello, 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 hello.
And he's got a new album coming out on... when is the album out? October 19th. Spaceman is the name of the album.
Right.
And you showed me the cover. It's beautiful.
I got it set up. I showed you the cover, and it should be here, but...
Where? Oh, down there. Down there, Ace. Down there. There you go.
Yeah. This is the cover.
There it is.
And he's reading the songs on the back.
Yeah.
Me and Gene Simmons wrote Without You, I'm Nothing, and Your Wish is My Command.
Yeah. Your Wish is My Command.
Yeah.
Any covers now? They're all originals?
The only one that isn't an original is I Want to Go Back. That's a cover song. It was Eddie Money's comeback hit in the 80s.
Oh.
And it's a wonderful song, and I heard it on YouTube, and I decided to do a remake of it because I identified with it. You know, in his video, it showed him going back to his old high school.
Yeah.
You know, the lyrics of the song are very, you know,
Do you,
I can identify with them.
Do you ever go back? You're from New York?
Did I ever what?
Did you ever go back? I mean, you're
Yeah, I
from
go back all the time. I'm flying back there in 10 days.
New York.
New York.
Whereabouts in New York did you grow up?
Well, I'll be in Manhattan, but I grew up in the Bronx.
Yeah, when it was a little clapping like there from there.
In fact, there's a song on here called Bronx Boy, so it's kind of autobiographical, slightly.
Yeah.
In and out. Yeah.
But you like it out here now in California?
Oh, I love it out here.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, the older you get, the less you can deal with the winters.
And the summers?
Well, the summers are okay.
You don't mind that humid, 200 degrees?
Well, yeah, I'm not great. Yeah, once you come out here and enjoy the summers with less humidity, the summers back east aren't as enjoyable. You have a point there, but the biggest reason is the winters. I mean, me and Rachel, my fiance, moved back to I have a 7-acre estate in Westchester, and just so happens that winter she came back with me. We had 7 major snowstorms.
Yeah.
And she grew up on the beach in San Diego.
Yeah.
So
she wasn't a fan.
after the winter was gone, so was she.
Yeah.
So I had to move back out here to San Diego. And actually, I'm living now 30 minutes north of San Diego in Rancho Santa Fe.
That's closer to here.
That is correct.
Is that? I'm not stupid, you know.
Well,
I know things.
I'm not the brightest guy in the world either.
Geographical, I know. You know that thing when you drive to San Diego, but it's like halfway. It's that big nuclear plant.
The two tits.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right next to Camp Pendleton on the 5.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I heard they powered it down.
It's not working. Yeah, that was my point.
Well, I don't know if I.
Because I always hold my breath when I go past there.
Oh. Well,
but then
all you gotta do is go to Bell Canyon, and I'm not even gonna go there.
See, I always thought that was still running, but I guess it's not.
Well, you know, the air is much cleaner down there. You know, LA has on the scale of 1 to 10 is like number 10 as far as air quality. One of the most polluted cities in the country.
But this is what.
But you still live here anyway.
Well, they regulate California as a clean state compared to all the other states. Allegedly.
You can talk about any kind of regulation you want, but if you go online and say, what are the 10 most polluted cities, air quality, and has the worst air quality, you know.
Well, it used to.
No, LA will be up there in the top 5, if not number 1.
LA, maybe, yeah.
Trust me.
Okay.
Well, I think we're in LA.
I know.
Isn't this Los Angeles? Maybe I'm in.
It's
Maybe I'm in
Culver
an
City.
Maybe I'm in an alternative universe and we're somewhere else, like on Jandel. And you know about Jandel? That's where I was born.
Who's Jandel?
Jandel is a planet far,
Jandel
far away.
Washington. Ain't he an actor?
I don't know.
What is Jandel?
Jandel is a planet.
Oh, a planet.
A planet, yes.
What do you believe? There's a lot of people who believe that the planet is flat.
I've seen some of those videos on
Yeah.
YouTube. I think it's pretty absurd because I'm an astronomer and I have like a 16-inch Meade giant telescope, and I've looked at videos from the ISS. You do see a curvature. So unless you're a complete imbecile, the world, I think, is round.
My whole thing with the flat Earth, what they call the flat Earth society, is okay. Say it ain't flat. Now what? I mean, say it is flat. Is anything going to change?
Not really.
That's what I mean. I don't get what their gripe is. Or
Well, everybody jumps on a bandwagon for something. I was doing a show last night, and John 5 popped in, and I was telling him that I read in 2012, because of an experiment at CERN, the particle accelerator in Switzerland, the Earth ended. We all died, but came back to life like a microsecond later. And now we're living in an alternative universe. And John looked at me and he goes, "That's very possible." And I said, "Yeah, but who cares? We're having fun." So maybe if we're in a matrix, good. I'm having a good time. My career's on an upswing, Good things are good. So I don't care where I am.
what about the what? The continuous transfunctioner.
Exactly.
One of your army members just said. Are you all part of the KISS Army a lot?
Do you guys have guns?
Water guns. Love guns only.
Love guns, baby.
Love guns.
Yeah.
I like that. Written by Mr. Paul Stanley. I perform it live, by the way.
We're going to play a new song of yours,
Oh, okay.
Bronx Boy.
Yeah.
Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS, with my guest, Ace Frehley. Yep. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS, with my guest, Ace Frehley.
Great to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Ace is the place. When you were like that song we just heard, like when you were recording, did you guys have a formula? Like, would you cut the tracks first and do overdubs, or did you actually all play? Did you ever play live and that was it in the studio? I know it's a boring nerd question, but I'm just curious.
The formula, originally we used to play, bass, rhythm, guitar, and drums. And sometimes I would be doubling the rhythm or something. And
No singing when you were cutting it?
years ago in the 70s, in the first 2 or 3 albums, I used to practice guitar solos. They'd send me a cassette without the solo, and I'd try to write a solo. And then, I'd spend 3 hours working on the solo. I get into the studio and they go, "That's not that great." So I stopped doing it. And, since my solo album in 1978, 40 years ago, which I can't believe. I must be in a time warp. But, since I started that, working with Eddie Kramer, just me, Eddie Kramer, and a drummer, I've been using that formula for every album since then.
Was that the when you all did solo albums on Casablanca? Was that?
Well, we released 4, each one.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
mine
all
was
did
the
an
most
album each.
successful. Try to get Gene to admit it, though. You won't.
He wouldn't admit anything
He won't
like
admit
that.
it.
You kidding?
Somebody said to me in an interview last night, did you guys, like, after the 4 solo albums came out, did you sit down at a table and have a meeting and discuss, the ins and outs of how the albums were? I go, no. Nobody wanted to talk about the records because they didn't want to admit mine was the best.
Yeah.
I'm not tooting my own horn. It's just reality.
So who would you say had the less then, the drummer? Sales.
Which one was the least popular?
Drummers.
It was probably Peter's, not by any fault of his own. It was just, drummers never get the, they never get the attention that like a lead guitar player gets, or Paul Stanley's front man, Gene sticking out his tongue, flying, up into the light truss, Peter. But I can't forget, at the end of the show, Peter used to levitate, 15 feet in the air with his drum kit.
You're the fucking man!
Plus he had that big hit with Beth, right?
Yeah.
That was a big hit.
Yeah, it was kind of co-written by him, another guy, and Bob Ezrin kind of rewrote it.
How did that come about, him singing a song?
Come again?
How did that come about, him singing a song, the drummer?
Well, he co-wrote it with a guy named Stan Pendridge, a guitar player he worked with in a previous band prior to Kiss. And then, he showed it to Bob Ezrin, who was producing our album, and, Peter sang it. Peter's got a good voice.
Yeah.
The great thing about Kiss was we had 4 lead singers, which doesn't happen too often. I think the Beatles had it. Ringo kind of blossomed after he left the Beatles.
Yeah.
But, that's, we could do 4-part harmony. The Who could do like 3-4-part harmony, The bands where everybody can sing lead, it's such a huge, huge advantage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah, we were very like that, the Sex Pistols.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on the tip of your tongue, right?
What did you like going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Was that something that you were proud of?
It was, I had mixed emotions because originally when I found out we were being inducted, I got a phone call from Doc, Paul, and Gene talking about performing. Because usually if you get inducted, you get up and do a song. And we just somehow, some way couldn't make it happen. I think they were probably a little nervous about the fact that the last time me, Paul, Peter, and myself got together and did that unplugged thing, next thing you know, there was a Kiss reunion. And they had to scrap the album they had recorded with Bruce Kulick, who's a sweetheart of a guy, by the way, and a very good guitar player. But, I think they were afraid that, they were embarking on a new tour with Tommy and Eric, and I don't think they wanted to confuse the fans by doing a couple of songs with me and Peter. So I think they played it safe, but I think the fans were pretty upset about that, weren't they? Yeah. Well, I just kind of went along with it, What am I going to do?
Yeah. What are you going to do? Do you think it's a big deal being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Does it mean anything to you?
I have the statue on my above my fireplace.
Yeah.
I look at it from time to time. Other than, sometimes, now they've changed my bio on Wikipedia saying an inductee of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How much does it really mean? I don't know. We'd have to take a poll.
Would you be upset if you wasn't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't lose sleep, actually. Mm-hmm. We actually should have been inducted 10 or 15 years ago, but for some reason they didn't want to induct us.
Now it's by other musicians voting, right? That's how it works.
That's what they say.
But it's kind of not like that.
That's what they say.
It's the guys from the Flat Earth Society. They don't like it.
Actually, it's the Illuminati of the
Yeah.
people. The Illuminati make the decision about who gets into the rocket.
There's a good show on Netflix about Freemasons. It's a new one. It's actually pretty good. They're telling you a lot. I don't know what it is. It's, you know.
Secret Society?
No, it's Freemasons.
I know.
They
It's
just
a secret society.
yeah. They just do want to hang out. I don't think there's any big things. Or maybe they are controlling it with the flat Earth. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to be a Freemason, but I was never invited to a meeting.
You can actually be a Freemason.
What's that other society when you have a high IQ? Mensa? Or-
I'd never get into that one.
I mean, I have 163 IQ. Does that...
You have a what?
163 IQ.
Is that good?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? I don't know. I did good on the test. That's all. What's the average IQ of a human being?
Yeah.
120?
110?
You never took an IQ test?
No, but how can I get a test? I'd like to find out. Like, what kind of questions would one question be? Give me a question.
It's a cross section.
What's the day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow?
Do you know that? He's asking you,
I
not
have
me.
brain damage. Don't ask me that. I took the test in my 20s, and I had today. If I took it, it'd probably be about 135.
We're here with Ace Frehley, Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. We're going to play another song off your new album, Rockin' with the Boys. This is from the album Spaceman that comes out October 19th. Take it away, son. Yeah, you're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS with Ace Frehley. And
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
how are you?
What are some of those English sayings you use? Give me an English, like cheers, mate, and all that stuff.
All right, mate. Yeah.
All right, mate. Well, I just got back from Australia, so it's similar but different.
Similar, right?
Similar.
Well, they were all English at one.
Yes. Weren't they? Wasn't Australia
Criminals.
originally a penal colony?
Yeah, the criminals.
Jesus. No wonder they look strange over there. I'm just kidding. No, there's actually a lot of good-looking people over there. Olivia Newton-John, and the list goes on and on and on.
Crocodile Dundee, he's from there.
Exactly. I wasn't.
AC/DC.
AC/DC, one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, one has passed away, and
Malcolm.
didn't one get fired or
Uh,
go to jail?
one died. The singer, the original singer, obviously died.
Oh, that's right. He OD'd. Unfortunately.
Did you prefer him over the guy from Newcastle,
Did I?
the singer? Did you prefer the Bon Scott? Did you prefer him over the not the new?
I
dude?
always, the original lineup's always the best.
Yeah.
Right? Where am I leading this to? What?
But the funny thing is, they really only started to have success when after Back in Black, that album.
Yeah.
That was like when they started taking off.
Well, there's a parallel there, because everybody thinks Kiss made it so quickly, but our first 3 albums, they really didn't sell that well. It was the 4th album, the double LP, Alive, It was kind of a souvenir of a live concert.
Yeah.
And we were known for our live shows. So that's the record that broke Kiss. But we had 3 albums prior to that did okay.
Was you the first 3 albums? Then was you like playing small places? Was you not, or was you known on a certain level?
People ask me that today because I'm not playing arenas. But it's nice having the intimacy.
Yeah.
When you're playing a stadium, you got this pit that's usually anywhere from 5 to 10 feet wide with bouncers in it.
Yeah.
And then, the barricade. You can't touch the hands of the fans at all. You feel very removed.
Yeah.
So, you know, the intimacy is gone, but you're making more money. So, you know.
Well, it's also more of a spectacle as
More of
far
a
as Kiss is
spectacle.
concerned.
Yeah.
When it's in a big arena and you got all the light and the smoke and the thing, it's a whole thing. It's like
We can do more things and blow up more bombs, and I can
Yeah.
blow. Remember, I used to shoot rockets out of my guitar into the lighting truss and blow things up?
this guy over here.
What the deuce?
Don't make me laugh. My lips are chapped.
Hey. So we're gonna knock it on the head soon. There's an English saying for you.
What are we doing?
We're gonna knock it on the head. We're leaving soon.
Okay. I was just having so
wanted
much
a-
fun. I thought we were just getting started.
You
What
want you
happened?
wanted an English
You're gonna kick me
expression.
out already?
Well, it's been an hour,
Yeah.
but it was good.
Yes, it's always good with you, and I'd love to come back next time I'm in town.
But you only live down the bleeding street. What are you talking about? You're always welcome. We're gonna go out. We're gonna leave. We're just gonna noodle. We don't know what we're doing. You got an electric
How
guitar.
about
Is that?
Chinese food?
Is that? Hey, this guy over here.
All right, let's go to the races.
What's that from?
Isn't that the horse races? Then you get the Hendrix riff, which
Dude,
really very few people know.
What's that?
It's a Hendrix song.
Is it? What one?
But I never figured out the
Is that
rest of it.
Voodoo Child? Is it Voodoo
It was the
Child?
one I was. What was it? Who knows? Come on.
Wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I know everything.
Tomorrow.
Thanks, Shovel.
Then you have Noel Redding, I think, singing on the background. You know, I'm a sweet little love maker. Foxy lady. And you know F sharp, sweet little love maker. I wanna take you home, E. D. I won't do you no harm.
Ah!
It's BA. I'll take you by mind, B.
This still sounds out. I still sound out from you.
You do. You're flat. You're flat.
This is a disaster.
This would be a good time to say we'd like to thank the following sponsors: Wahoo Fish Tacos for the incredible lunch, Artifacts and Hint Water for the beverages, Subaru for sponsoring the KLOS Subaru live stage, and of course the amazing Ace Frehley.
I'm going to play some chords.
You play and I'll follow
and
you.
you follow. And then we're leaving. So
Yeah.
we're saying goodbye right now. But thanks for all coming, everyone.
Thank you.
And let's just...
So happy to be here. Thank you.
When does the tour start?
Ah!
What's that D?
I'm still out of tune, man.
And that's a Taylor. Those are good guitars. They should stay in tune.
This is real radio, folks. This is
Are
what
we
it's all
gonna?
about.
Are you guys gonna edit out all? Oh, this is live though. We're stuck, right? We sound like two amateurs trying to tune guitars. But we're both professionals.
This is why we get the big bucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You know what that is?
That was fun.
You know what that is? It's like that. That's that cult song, "Love Removal Machine." That's what it.
I don't know what that was, but I was just following you.
Yeah, that's it. And I
Yeah.
think, thank God we came back because it was terrible beforehand. Oh, anyway, thanks for coming. We're out of here. See you later.
Thank you.
Solo album. Space. Oh,
You
they're
know
fucking-
it. You know it.
Keep talking.